MagicSchool AI. Have you heard of it? If you're in teaching and learning and you are tiptoeing into AI or you're full steam ahead on AI, you have probably heard of MagicSchool. It is one of the more popular AI education tools, and for good reason. There are a multitude of things that you can do with this tool, and I'm going to walk you through just a few of them and give you an overview of MagicSchool AI and the things it can do for your teaching and learning. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are on the main page. As always, there is a login. It will allow you to log in a variety of ways, but I think creating a Google account just for playing around with tools might be a great way to test these out without it overloading your personal account. So that's what I do. I'm going to go ahead and click login and go ahead and get on with that Google account. Okay, so here we are on the main page, and there are a couple of notes here. You may not see anything under favorites because I have chosen to star some of the tools and put them under my favorites area. You may not have that, and you may see your recommended for you area here. But I'm going to scroll down just a little bit here to the all tools. Notice that we have a whole host of tools here that we could choose from. I'm just scrolling quickly here just to give you an idea. They are also under different categories. So if you were looking for something for planning or questions or student support, you can click under any of those and it will filter just by that category. So the way this works is, I'll go ahead back to all. The way this works is you can choose any of these and you basically just start filling in the blanks. So let's say we want to do a rubric generator. So we'll go ahead and click here under this rubric generator. And what we're going to see is a series of open spots for us to put in our specifics. So let's say our grade level here is, we'll go higher, we'll say university this time. Notice the wide range here. We've got from pre-K all the way past college. So again, whatever level you're on, this would help for something like that. What point scale do you want to have? I'll say a 5-point scale. Whatever standards or objectives you're looking for, whatever assignment description you're looking for, and anything customizable. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for a second and fill in this information so that we can generate something. Okay, I have very broad standards and description here, but you can see what I put in here to create a 2-page paper summarizing findings. And then the description is a 2-page paper on key findings from 2 research studies presented in class. And then just to make sure that we have criteria for spelling, grammar, and citation of work. It is worth noting that if you have these standards or this assignment description as a attachment or an outside resource, you can attach them here. You don't have to type everything out or copy and paste them in. So for this particular example, I gave it just a really rough idea of what I was looking for. So let's see what it'll find out. Let's see what it'll generate for us. So as it generates this, know that anything that we create, we can modify, edit, and we should. As a human, we should absolutely put our eyes on this and to see what makes sense for us and what maybe we need to tweak or add to. Okay, so it gave me content comprehension, paper structure, critical analysis, citations and references. So it listened to me there, writing mechanics, and technical presentation. Okay, so if I wanted to change any of this, I could. If I wanted to go back to my prompt, I could do that as well. And I could change anything about the prompt that I did here. I could, again, decide to attach something or make a change to it. Okay, so let's say I want to take this and I want to get it out of MagicSchool and I want to copy it or put it into another format. Down here I do have some options. I can copy this out, in which case I've copied it and I can go and paste it into anything. I can also edit this if I want to. So here we are and we can choose to edit this. Anything I want to change, some wording or criteria specifically, any of this I can change inside of here and then choose to save it. I can also choose to save this resource in my output history over here. So I can call this University Rubric. And then it will be over here in my output history where I can always come back to this. It's worth noting under the free version, you can get to the last 5 things you've created. All right, let's go back to our magic tools again. Let's try something different. Let's try one of these group work generator. This is another one. This is one that I favorited, but boy, you could spend hours just going through here and seeing what tools would be most helpful to you. And I would really encourage you to do that. So let's go ahead and try group work generator. Once again, we're going to have a variety of boxes to fill in. So let me go ahead and fill some of these in, and we'll come back and see how we did here. Okay, I thought I would show you this. I went very, very basic and said recycling here. Notice again, we could always upload something if we already have an idea or a standard in mind, but this button down here, get help with prompt. If I know that I want to do something with recycling, but I have no idea how to write this prompt, I can click here where it says get help with prompt, and it will pop up a prompt assistant for me. And here's my original prompt was recycling, and here's my improved prompt. Generate a group work activity for students focused on the topic of recycling. The activity should encourage collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity while aligning with relevant educational standards, including specific roles for each group member and a clear objective. Well, that's way better than mine. So I'm going to actually choose to accept the prompt. It will put it in here for me, and I'm going to choose to generate. Oh, number of students participating. Let's say, we'll say 4, and I think this is number in each group. So we'll go ahead and hit generate. Okay, so here's my group work task, my recycling challenge. So we've got here, I can see 20 minutes. Here's our objective. They're going to create a poster that promotes recycling in their school and community. That would be interesting. It could be either paper or digital. What standards? Here's the different roles, the instructions, group work, and wrap up, and our reflection. Again, we could edit this, we could copy it, but this is a good first idea here on what we could do with it. All right, let me go back. Let me do something really simple just to show you one more thing. I think there's one here on, yes, math story problems. So one of the things that I like about this is we can tailor this to a specific group of students or their interests. So let's say in this particular case, we're looking at 5th grade. We will do 5 questions, the standard or objective or topic. Let's say we're doing fractions. And the story topic. Let's say here, around these parts, a lot of kids are very into the Cincinnati Bengals. So I'm going to say just that. And we'll see if we can incorporate this in. Now, what this is going to do is do a couple things for us. I'll go ahead and hit generate. It's going to not only create math story problems for us on our topic, but it's going to tailor that to whatever topic I just chose there. So we said, this says, during a Bengal game at Paycor Stadium, 3/8 of the fans were wearing Joe Burrow jerseys and 2/8 were wearing Jamar Chase jerseys. What fraction of fans were wearing either Burrow or Chase jerseys? Okay, this is great. I didn't even tell them to include players, but they did. Wouldn't your students who are big into the Bengal football be more excited to solve these math story problems than something that was generic? And we could recreate and change our prompt, and we could make it something else. Maybe some of the students in your class are really into Taylor Swift, so we could choose that as the topic. I love this, not just for differentiating based on level, but also on interests. And I love that this is so easy for teachers to do. So in Magic School, there are more tools than I could possibly show for you here, but I want to encourage you to just take a look here and find a few that you think might work for you. They're very accessible, very easy to start playing around with some of these. There are a couple of other things that you should know. The first is that there is a subset of Magic School called MagicStudent. I have covered this in a separate tutorial, and I will go ahead and link that in the description box so you can take a look at what MagicStudent is all about if you choose to do that. And that will help you to understand how you can make some tools available, any of these tools available for students to use on the Magic School platform. Again, I will go into that in more detail in the MagicStudent tutorial, and I'll go ahead and link that in the description box. The other thing you should know is that Magic School has a chatbot built into it called Raina, and you can actually chat with that inside of this area here for questions about things or help, strategies, those kinds of things. So Magic School is one of those tools that I hear about all the time from teachers, that they really like this tool. And one of the reasons is I think it's so approachable and easy to get started using it. So I would encourage you to take a look at Magic School, see if there are some magic tools in here that could help you differentiate or generate ideas for your students in their teaching and learning classroom.